Hello, hello, hello. Sound. This is a very sudden stream. I didn't schedule anything. I just went live immediately because I have few free minutes. So if you are in the building, you can say hi to us. I didn't schedule this. I don't even know if anybody is gonna be watching it, but it is what it is. This is the name of the game. Let's do this. So, people, are you home? Are you fine? Are you guys ready? So I didn't schedule this, but I'm gonna put the link right now. If you want to call us, no specific topic. I just want people to talk. Talk with my brothers and sisters. That's what we do here. We just talk, okay? Have fun between friends. Nothing special, my friends. Nothing special. So if you are in the building and you want to jump, I will be putting some... Give me a few more minutes, few more seconds to try to get this thing going on. Thank you so much for stopping by. There you have it. You bring your own topic. You tell us what you think about the whole situation of Manchester City, Pep Guardiola to Chelsea, Enrique to Chelsea, everybody to Chelsea, Chelsea to sign Manchester City, the entire team, and buy even their point and all that. Oh, man. All right. To join, click here, so you can join us. Bam. There you have it, my people. The link is pinned over there on top of the chat. And don't forget to participate to the poll. I ask you guys what is going to be the sanction that Manchester City deserve. So I have some, let me see. I have some options there: relegation, or you strip them from titles, point deduction, or heavy fine, or Ogs need to be deported. So those are options. How can we fix the situation at Manchester City? Do you think that Ogs is the problem and he need to be deported? Get in the comment and let's go. All right. I see like few people already in the building. Let me fix the YouTube thing. YouTube, bam. There we have it. So we have YouTube fixed here on the screen. We have already Mohammed, Jamal, and Mr. Tokito. Yes, brothers. Whenever you're ready, just let's go.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello. Yeah, good. From work, very tired. I mean, when you get to my age, my brother, it's hard. You have to work 9 hours every single day, my brother.
Yes.
All right. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine.
Good. What is in the agenda today?
I want to talk about Luis Enrique to Chelsea. I honestly think it's a rumor. I mean, like a few days ago, we're all like, give Potter time, he's going to grow into the team and the team will be good with him. And now out of nowhere, everyone wants Luis Enrique coming in. It doesn't make sense for me, honestly.
Okay. How about that? Because everybody, got an opinion. So tell us a little bit more. Why would you like to see Potter continue, and how long are you gonna give him?
I mean, I think the reason why Todd Boehly brings Potter is because we wanted him long term. We wanted him to stay and build a team for the future. So I don't think it would make sense spending like almost 600 million euros for Graham Potter to make this team, then out of nowhere just signing another
manager, right? Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. We made this offer Potter. Todd Boehly like specifically said like we're not gonna let you go. How much criticism Potter was getting, and like in the early times, like before the World Cup, like he was getting so much criticism, and Todd Boehly didn't sack him. Like I don't think he'll sack him now, even though we're like about to build something. It won't make sense.
Yeah. Mr. Tokido, what do you think about Enrique to Chelsea Football Club?
Well, I think we shouldn't let this deal happen because I think Graham Potter, he's only played one game with his team, the team that he just signed. And I think if he gets used to the team that he signed, I think he will. I think he still has time to improve, and because they're world-class people, and I think we'll do good if we keep them.
Okay, Tom, brother, you are from outside. Do you think Graham Potter should be sacked and bring Luis Enrique at Chelsea?
Personally, no, I don't think you should sack him. I think, given the fact he's barely even had a season with this squad, at the end of the day, he brought in all these new players as well, some of which aren't even his from what he signed in the summer as well. So I think you have to put that into account. I think give Graham Potter a proper pre-season tour where he can go away with the players for a few weeks. Obviously, yes, there was the break with the World Cup, but most of the players went to the World Cup, so there wasn't really much time to impact his style in that regard. But I would look at it and think, let him have a pre-season in the summer. I think you're going to the USA for a pre-season tour for 6 weeks, something like that. Let him get to know the players and let the players get to know each other as well. They can come to grips with his play style. At the end of the day, when a manager comes in mid-season, it's always a risk of can they get their ideas across in the middle of a season? And majority of the time they can't. You need that breakaway. You need that bit of time at the start of a season where you can impact your plans and impose them on the players. And yeah, you've spent a lot of money in the transfer market. And listen, the model that I believe anyway that Todd Boehly is trying to build is these owners that have come in now, they want to build. They don't want to destroy and then restart and then destroy, restart, and chop and change managers, because the way that they must look at football is, well, we'll heavily invest in a project and then we'll see the long term of it all, because you've invested the manager long term, you've invested in all these players long term as well. And it's either one of three things is going to happen in this regard. Either Todd Boehly and the consortium are going to get it right in terms of the investment that they've put in and all these long-term contracts for players and managers. Either FFP are going to do some sort of madness on you, like the Premier League are doing with City at the moment. There's going to be some sort of madness that they're going to do with you guys. Or three, all these sort of contracts that you've given at long extensional contracts are going to come back to bite you in the arse. It's either going to be Graham Potter's not going to be suitable enough, so then you've got to pay to sack him, which, given he's on is it a 6 or 7 year contract, I think? Like, that's easily going to be plus of it in excess of about 20 million for the whole 7 years to buy him out of it. So I look at these sort of things, and same thing with the players. If some of the players don't live up to the expectations for that you paid for them, even if you sell them on, you're still paying off for a player that's not yours, because you've still got to pay off the transfer fee to the club that you bought them from, even if you've moved them on. So at the end of the day, you've got all those things, and then the numbers will add up, you see. And then over time, if it comes around to Chelsea, then you start thinking, boy, we're nearly £1 billion in deep. I know with my own football club, with the amount of money that we invested and we wasted, because we didn't have people who were making the right decisions. Todd Boehly's coming, and he was the sporting director, he was the director of football, he might as well have been the coach at that point in time, and sacked Thomas Tuchel. But the only thing I'll say with Graham Potter anyway is, listen, give the guy at least a pre-season. Let him get to know his players. Let him get to know his players, and let the players get to know each other and the coach himself and everything. And then let's see with his ideas. And honestly, and I say this is a blessing to Chelsea fans. If you didn't make the Champions League, I would suggest don't make Europe at all, because it limits your games that you have to play in the middle of the week, and then also the manager has more time to assess his players and therefore you can make a stronger push the following season to get back straight into the top four. Because this squad is good enough to get back into the top four the traditional way through the league, not through a Europa League phase or anything like that. But listen, stranger things have happened. You could go on and win it again. So I'm not gonna pass comment in that regard. But no, I would give Graham Potter at least the pre-season tour, and then maybe this
and
time
see
next
how it
season
goes.
you can
Maybe probably
review
until let's say until December. Let's see if he's gonna. You see some improvement there, and you can continue.
That's it,
Mister. Let me finish. You are in the building. I will let you finish. Go.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm currently stuck on the highway, so
Good
forgive
for
me
you.
for any
So
feedback.
you're gonna sleep
as
there, and it's gonna snow all night, and then you're not gonna you're gonna
Man,
stuck there. No food,
got a
no
flat
nothing,
tire,
and
man.
gas, and the gas is fit. No gas, and then no heat. So you're gonna struggle
For real,
tonight.
man. This is horrible, bro. This is horrible.
Mhm.
What was I gonna say? Sorry for the feedback. I got the hazard lights on. That guy, Tom Journalist. Wow, he could go on for days. He really is a journalist. You talked about Mr. Potter. What do you think about these? We'll always hear speculations, rumors. What do you think about this latest rumor as far as supposedly, allegedly? I don't want you to get legally in trouble, so I'll use the word allegedly. Chelsea is in keeping tabs with Luis Enrique. So, what do you think? What do you think? Are you, would you look forward to having Luis Enrique if you guys can? Or, you know what, let's just stick to what we got right now?
Well, for me, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just paper talk so far, because everybody, you can throw whatever name you want now. People are gonna believe you because people don't like Graham Potter. But I don't see Todd Boehly spending that kind of money on a manager. We paid him he's like the most expensive manager in the entire world. Like, we paid 20 million to get him with his stuff from Brighton. We brought with him the entire coaching staff. We brought also the office people, the kitchen lady, the ball boys, everybody from Brighton with him to create something, and all of a sudden sack him and in the middle of the project. It's not even in the middle, it's just the beginning. So I think the Enrique case is just paper talk. They know how to manipulate us online. When you hate a certain player or certain manager a lot, they're gonna bring something to just spark the fire. It's about business. So I don't see it happening now. But if he got his preseason December, let's say half of the season, and nothing is changing with the money that we invested on players, I think we should be asking some questions. But for now, I don't think it's gonna happen before December of this year. That's how
The journalist is back. Here we go. New York's best times, bestseller.
Yes. So, Enrique, how are you gonna feel as a Barcelona fan, seeing one of your managers coming to Chelsea? How that is gonna feel?
I guess at the end of the day, money talks, and they'll go wherever the money is at. I really don't want him to go to Chelsea. Again, Chelsea to me, with all due respect, has no history. Luis Enrique.
So since 1905 until now, no history at all, right?
Correct.
Like they just were created from heaven yesterday. Wow.
I mean, 2 stars is nothing for almost 120 years.
Okay.
This guy, he's a great manager and he deserves better.
Okay.
But I guess money makes you go anywhere. It would hurt to see him go there. There would be no tiki-taka there. It's impossible with the players that are currently there. You can have the manager all you want. It's just the players. And now you guys have Nkunku, I think that's how you pronounce, the guy from Leipzig.
Yeah. Christopher Nkunku.
Man.
He's going to be
Wait till he
Nkunking.
comes.
He's coming to
Even
start
worse.
Nkunking at Chelsea Football Club.
More like What's this guy? Oh my God, I'm horrible with this, man. The guy that's in Inter Milan, he was in Chelsea last year, and he was in Inter Milan before that.
Lukaku.
Lukaku is gonna be Inkaku. You know what I mean?
Bring it on, man. Bring the head.
I mean,
bring the head.
This guy's not doing anything in Leipzig. Nothing. I mean, you guys love to buy hype players at their time and do absolutely nothing with them, which, all due respect, I think to me, I think Yaya Toure did something to you guys. I think you guys should blame him. One last question. Do you think, or do you feel okay, because I'm reading here now another rumor, as per usual, allegedly Mr. Graham Potter is still interested in Mr. Moises Caicedo, allegedly, and they're willing to do the $75 million in the summer for him. What do you think?
Let's start by Mr. Jamal. Jamal, what do you think about that? Moises Caicedo to Chelsea for $75 million.
I already know that we're going to try to negotiate it down. What Chelsea does, like the Ben Chilwell thing, 80 million turned to 50 million. I mean, I think he will join this summer, but if I had to choose between Declan Rice or Caicedo, for me it has to be Rice because Enzo wants him, and we've been linked with him for so long, and he's the DM that we actually need in this team. But Caicedo would be a great signing. If we can get both, I'll be happy with that. But for 75 million is too much. I think we'll get him for like 60 or 55.
Yeah, Mr. Tokido, what do you think? Rice? You wanna eat some rice or you wanna go for Moises Caicedo? By the way, Mr. Let me finish. What is what Caicedo means in your language?
Caicedo, you got me there. Let me do some quick research.
No, okay, we're gonna come back to you maybe tomorrow when you have time. Don't rush and don't tweet and drive. So yeah, we're gonna know about it. I just thought that it meant something in your language. But yeah, let's go, Mr. Tokido. What do you think? Declan Rice or Moises Caicedo?
I think it's better if we get Declan Rice because our defense, it's been doing good, but I think it's just a little bit lacking. So it's better in the midfield if we had a little bit more defensive midfielders because most of our midfielders are more attacking. And I think we have too much attackers because as you can see, the attackers haven't been doing really that good. And if we use too much attackers that don't really do that much, the counter attack really works. So I think we need Declan Rice more than Caicedo.
Okay, so Tom, what do you think from outside? And then you're gonna talk about Moises Caicedo or Declan Rice at Chelsea, and you're gonna talk about the same pair of players to Manchester United. If you think they need one of them, who would be your choice?
First for me, if I'm looking at Chelsea's point of view, I think you've got covered in the regard of what you got with Enzo, where you needed that box-to-box player. Nkunku will provide that sort of creativity, even if he's going to play from the front, wide, or midfield. So I don't necessarily think you need an attacking midfielder in that sense. You don't need a KDB or anybody like that, although you're not putting the ball in the back of the net in time. Someone like Moises Caicedo, for me, I think if you're going to get rid of N'Golo Kante, that's sort of, backup I would go for in that regard. I think they're very similar players, similar profile, movement. But if you're going to go for somebody who's more of maybe the wholesale sort of player, who's going to be the anchor, and you're going to free up the other two number 8s to go forward and advance up the field like Enzo would want to do in the final third, and whoever else you want to play in central midfield, then it would probably say Declan Rice. But for Caicedo, Brighton, I'll be really honest, they will not budge on £75 million. People will say that you can try and negotiate them down. They just won't, because they'll know if Chelsea aren't going to pay 75, somebody else will. And if that, listen, personally, I don't think my club will go for Moises Caicedo or Declan Rice at Man United. But if I'm going to be optimistic and logical about it, I think the midfielder that out of the two that I think you should go for would be Declan Rice. I just think he would solidify your midfield and give you the balance that you need for you to add two more players to the final third. But the sort of prices that they're wanting, like there was rumours and stuff that we at Man United, we bid like £100 million in the summer. I don't think it was true anyway, but we bidded £100 million and they said no. Because what they want, effectively, West Ham, is they want 120 million as just a state fee, and then they want in add-ons along with that as well. And I'm going to be real and honest. You guys at Chelsea, you've absolutely messed the market up completely in terms of the valuation of midfielders.
Okay.
When you bought
So
Enzo.
that is a banter there. You bought somebody called Harry Maguire for 80 million. Okay, he's just a brick wall there, not doing anything, and he's been benched by the butcher. He's been benched by the butcher. You bought somebody called Paul Pogba. It was like 90-something million. And then you bought...
Listen, Cog, let me just stop you there. If this thing goes through with City, Paul Pogba will have a winner's medal at Manchester United, or potentially two. So if they get these trophies removed from them. So then we'll see what people's going to say about Paul Pogba as time at Man United. And even Harry Maguire in that regard. Because they'll have Premier League winners' medals. But no, the only thing I'm saying with that is the way with the Enzo deal... Because the evaluation for Enzo, I think we'll all be fair in saying Enzo is not a £120 million player based off of one World Cup. He's not.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know that.
If we're being real, it's about 70 or 80. But this is what I mean. Like, you have players like Jude Bellingham, who you will expect will be on the market, for example. Now, he's a player, I think, if you didn't buy Enzo, I think you would have gone for someone like Jude Bellingham. That's the only reason why I'm saying, out of Caicedo and Rice, I think Rice is the more player that you need, then Caicedo's might be what you might need after Kante goes. But it's all if buts or maybe. But if I was picking for you guys, I would say Rice. If I'm picking for myself at Man United, personally, I would say Caicedo because we've got Casemiro. I don't think we need another defensive player like Rice.
Yeah, I got you. I'm coming back to you right now. I wanted to say... send my best wishes to our brothers and sisters over there in Turkey for what happened. And we are directly involved on that because one of us, Christian Atsu, remember him? He used to be at Chelsea Football Club and he was trapped inside one of the building. He's still alive now. We don't know what state he's at, but he's in the hospital. People managed to rescue him, but... It's horrible. I even was watching some of the videos rescuing a baby. Oh man, it's just painful to see. Our love, peace, and prayers goes to brothers and sisters over there in Turkey. Hope everything goes good. So Atu is in the hospital, alive, but we don't know how severe his injuries are. Hopefully he can come back and start playing football one more time. Mr. Ali, I see you at the back room. I will take you in a little while. Just be there. Mr. King, King Chelsea, do you think, what is your choice between Declan Rice and Moises Caicedo?
Well, they're both very good talents. Well, here's the thing. Enzo Fernandez, he really wants Declan Rice with him.
Yeah.
But Moises Caicedo, he's honestly really good. I think Declan Rice would be the perfect fit because we've been wanting him for a long time now, and I think it would be perfect with Enzo Fernandez, and they would link up very well.
That makes sense because there is a video before even he joined Chelsea. He didn't even know that one day he was going to join Chelsea, and he had an interview saying that he watches Declan Rice and he's learning from him. So he never even knew he was going to be in England one day playing for Chelsea and potentially playing with Declan Rice. So it looks like it's just something natural that is going to happen. And Declan Rice also can play as a centre back. And given the fact that we have a lot of injuries during the season, Fofana injury prone, you never know. So Declan Rice can cover many other positions. So probably I will go slightly to Declan Rice. But if we decide to go for Caicedo because of the coach want him, and then let it be. So, Mr. Let Me Finish, you got your answer. You don't want to even see him at Chelsea anyways. So, yeah, you might leave him on minimum wage over there at Brighton because he's not going to get anybody to buy him. You want him to go to United, but United don't want him. So, you might end up by keeping him or send him back to Ecuador, to his local club or something. That's the way it is. So yeah, I think Mr. Let Me Finish is driving in a very, very heavy traffic at the moment. It's raining. It started raining here, but let's wait and see what's gonna happen. What anybody else wanna jump with another topic, Mr. Jamal?
So I think we're linked with Ivan Toney again. He's in our radar for next summer.
Mm-hmm.
With Victor Osimhen also. I think probably Ivan Toney will be our second option. That's what I'm seeing in Twitter. And there's also a thing that was trendy. It was like arrest Havertz. Something like that. Because someone made this tweet where it's like, start one, bench one, sell one, arrest one, and it was Haaland, Mbappe, Rashford, and Havertz. Yeah, and Havertz was just getting like obliterated. Like people were just destroying him in the Twitter, just saying, "I'd rather have him dead." And yeah, arrest this guy. But yeah, Havertz sucks. Why is he even in this list yet?
Okay. Oh, I don't know why. I will give Kai Havertz at least one more season at Chelsea Football Club. I'm not one of those guys that every solution needs to be sacking somebody. I just believe on like long-term work and trust, and I believe that people can improve. But Mr. Tokiro, what do you think about Kai Havertz? Do you think that we should just sell him next summer? Or we keep him one more season?
I think we should keep him because he has a lot of talent. But I don't think we should play him as striker anymore because, as you can see, he hasn't been doing that good. There's always different positions, but I think he belongs in the cam position because that's his normal position. And I think he'll really do good in that position. I think we should play João Felix as striker. And in case João Felix is injured, we always have like backups and like Fofana. I think Havertz, he would grow a lot if we play him in the cam instead of striker, because then he'll lose his ego and end up like Alexander-Arnold. So,
okay, Mr. King Chelsea, what do you think of Havertz, brother? He need to sit on the bench, or you think we are using him in the number 9 position, not his position? What is your position about Kai Havertz?
Well, first of all, I'm a big Kai Havertz lover. Yeah, I really like him at the team, but right now, yeah, he's not really doing that good. And I kind of agree with Takita because, like his normal position when we got him was at cam, and I think he needs to play behind the striker because there was one game where we did play him at cam and he had an amazing performance. I think we should keep playing him there, or else like if we keep on playing him as striker, he'll still be getting like more hate every day. And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I completely understand that. Yeah, if we can, but now I think Datro had his cameo when he came out, almost scored a goal, and if he raised his head, he could have seen like Kai Havertz running and in a better position, empty goal to score, but his mind was set to score that goal, and unfortunately he didn't. But I just hope that next game he can score and build his momentum. Mr. Victor, good afternoon, good evening, sir. What is in your agenda today?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Big up, everybody. Good to see you on this channel again. I wanted to just contribute because I've been listening to you for a while before trying to I'm clicking here. And the issue, I think, in the Chelsea world and the wider football world in England, and also in the wider world we all live in as humanity, I would like to make three quick comments. Our love and prayers go to Turkey and Syria for what is happening there, and of course to the Ghanaian Atsu.
Mm.
And of course, we are also, I would say, I am sorry about what is happening to City, because we need them. It's almost like, there won't be Ali without Foreman. So you need these rivalries and these people that will make the league, the England league, the British league, so the England Football League or the Premier League is what it is because of all these rivalries. So I hope that they sort out their finances and that the powers that be is able to penalize them but not necessarily kick them out. Now, when you narrow into Chelsea and our midfield situation, having spent an exorbitant amount, like 120 million on one player, means that the player next to him should be equally effective but relatively cheaper. In fact, much more cheaper, because we can't justify having a midfield of what, 200 million pounds. It's not possible. So all of you that are talking about Declan Rice and the rest, if we add anybody that is more than 50 million pounds, everybody will point out to a midfield that can actually buy another sports team or even build a stadium. And so if we are not winning, people will be pointing to that. And so you have to look inward sometimes. And inward means that I heard the other day that Juventus want Kovacic to swap with what is his name?
Zakaria.
I will take him any day. You need somebody that is stronger. That is the only thing that I feel like Chelsea is lacking right now. And I'll come back to Kai Havertz in a second if you give me a minute. We don't have strength in our spine. The spine may be creative. They are trying to change it. They are trying to change the mentality, whatever. But in the Premier League, you don't have strength. The last match we played against Fulham, when there was a corner against us, I saw that all of our players, and I'm not saying that his strength means everybody is taller, but it matters. When there was a corner against us, Cucurella, Enzo, all of these players were shorter than the Fulham players. So there was no strength. There's no strength, like, great, strong guys in the midfield of our team. And so you need people that will actually go out there and do that work. You will say that Kante is not necessarily tall and strong, but he's equally effective. It's true, because he's Kante. There are players that Kante is one and unique player. You need Zakaria. You need people that will actually be behind Enzo, because Enzo is much more effective when he does go forward. Yeah. And right now, because we don't have anybody that can play that role, he's stuck in the back. He will be ineffective. If you see his history from Benfica, he moves forward a little bit and creatively add to the attack. Yeah. So you need somebody that will stay in his position and disrupt the offense of the opposition if and when you choose to go forward if he needs to be. So this is what I want to say. So we have to look at Zakaria. We have to look at, I will even take Caicedo, but he's going to be above 70 million pounds in the summer, which will still go up to 200 million pounds just in the two midfield pivots. That is a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree.
My final.
Can I cut you a little bit? I'm not being rude here, but I wanna just acknowledge some of the brothers in the house so they feel involved, so they don't disconnect immediately. Mr. 40 is in the house, and we're gonna come back to you. I just wanted you to know that I see you, but somebody is talking, so sometimes I feel like bad cutting somebody off, like I've been rude. Are you there, Mr. 40? Mr. 40, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, sir. So give us like one more minute for him to conclude, and we'll come back to you, right?
Yeah, no problem. Let him make his point, man. Let him cook.
All right, just cook, man, and learn.
So finally, I wanted to talk about the role that Kai Havertz plays, and everybody trying to give him another chance. Most of these folks didn't want to give Lukaku a chance. Most of these folks didn't want to give a lot of folks that have not been performing, and they were very quick to say let them out of the team. I mean, what would you want? Lukaku just going out there mouthing his but producing, or Kai Havertz who says nothing and doesn't produce? And the only time you remember him in this Chelsea shirt is when he scored a goal in the Champions League. But yeah, for me, I like fairness. If we are willing to give these players who have not been performing, and come on, Kai Havertz should not be playing as striker. The guy is a flick and a little touch here and there player. He is not going to take one player on. He's not going to hold on to any ball for the midfield to catch on. He doesn't do any of this. I don't know what Potter is thinking. I'm telling you, I'm seriously telling you that what is his name? Jorginho can play number 9 instead of what is his name? Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is not a number 9 player. Sorry, please take him out of there. Occasionally bring him in to play 10, which is his preferred position, or sit him down. That is my 2 cents for now. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Mr. 40, the floor is yours. Bring whatever you feel like, or you want to answer to some question or any topic, just bring it on the table.
I just joined the stream, so what were some of the things you guys were talking about?
Everything really. Enrique to Chelsea Football Club, Kai Havertz out, Mason Mount need to be deported, Oaks is a fraud, people like that. Everything that you want to bring on the table, just.
I think like one of the things I do want to talk about, because you see it a lot on other streams, and I think this coach has to drop some of these old guys like Havertz, Ziyech, Mount, Gallagher. These guys have to be on the bench for a few games, because it's just you look at how bad the team was even before we made these new signings, and then we bring new signings in, and these guys still continuously be bad. It's awful to watch. Like, you watch Ziyech hold on to the ball, can dribble, not strong enough. It's just, it's time for these guys to be on the bench for a couple of games. Let Fofana, let him cook, man, because he played 20 minutes, almost scored the winning goal. And that was not a run you're going to see Kai Havertz make. Like, the whole execution of that move, I haven't seen Havertz do that since he's been in Chelsea.
So before I forget, do you think that if it was Mason Mount in that position and did what he did, it was not going to be a failed compilation for 2 hours showing people pictures and take all kind of, key frames and show he should have passed to Kai Havertz, he's such and such, he's selfish and he need to go? Don't you think that he was in the position to carry it back to somebody who was like empty goal in front of him? Just think about it.
Well, I see the difference is, like, I think when you see your top strikers, have chances like that and they go for it and they don't score, you're more likely to be okay with the fact that it's your number 9 going for goal instead of pulling the ball back again. Because if you scored that goal, we would not be complaining that he didn't pull it back. You know what I mean? That's your striker. You want your strikers to take chances like that. Then we're gonna have a situation where your striker now becomes your top assist maker. I mean, we want strikers to score goals, and if it wasn't for the defender, that was going to be a goal. So I can't really complain too much. Because even before we got to that chance, what were we doing? 80 minutes into the game? What was the team doing? Havertz had his chance, took about 10 minutes just to hit the ball, to hit the post.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah, I think these guys have to be dropped a little bit.
Let me say real quick, guys. I know this is not my turn here. I'm speaking out of turn, but give me this chance. It's an observation I really want to make. Havertz doesn't even shoot. I mean, I don't know what the criteria is for these managers to pick these players, especially the ones that have to strike. Havertz is not even a shooter. Like, how every now and then sometimes you win ugly because the ball was shot without all of us expecting it, and it was still shot and he made it, or the keeper did a rebound and then somebody else do a poaching goal.
Yeah.
Harvard will not give you that. Harvard doesn't shoot. Harvard wants something that's clean and cut and a nice little touch here and there. He is not, he cannot give you that. And if he's our striking force, he's ahead of the striking force, we are in trouble because the guy if you touch him, he will fall. He will fall when you touch him. He is a tall, lanky, no stability. No defense is afraid of this man called Harvard. No defense. He is not that strong to even lead our attack.
But I don't want to cut you, but I've seen him many times protect our defense from corner kicks and set pieces because he's tall and he will win a header easily than other people. And also another part of his game that people don't notice is just off the ball movement. And just because the camera decide to show us where the ball is, and we don't really see what people are doing with us.
I know you try to balance things off here and always. We have seen this chap for 3 years. If he was dynamic like you were saying and he was helping us to win games, it would be obvious. Let me tell you this. The media and also the British press, they like to hype up these players. Mount, Kai Havertz, they hype them up and we buy into it. There are a lot of players that are equally good, but they don't get the chance. They do not get the chance because nobody's going to go out there and ask the coaches about these players that they sit them down. If you spend 72 million on Kai Havertz, you are obliged to play him, right? So if you don't play him, it's a problem. But if you spend 98 million on Lukaku, it's easy to ship him away. You see, it's just, and you lose that kind of money. So we have to think there is something deeper there. Nobody wants to put their finger on it. But there are some players that are protected and they are praised even when they do so little for the team. And there are some players that will work and nobody even look that direction. And we ship them off. We don't care about them. They are midfielders that are much better and stronger. And they will not fetch you 120 million. This guy coming from what is it called? Argentina is costing them that much.
Enzo Fernandez.
We are overpaying for players. First of all, because we are Chelsea, and second of all, because we overlook certain things and we are not fair.
All right. We're gonna come back to you, my brother, and let me read a few comments here from YouTube so everybody can feel involved. Mr. Brian, thank you. Midnight in your country. Thank you for stopping by. Go to bed. I don't want to get in trouble with your girl or something. Take some rest. Tomorrow morning we're gonna be here and you can call us. Mr. Eugene said that you can't expect that Harvard score in every game from one real chance. That is a point that he's making because even at City we see how Erling Haaland will have 10 chances and score 2. We don't create enough. I still believe that the midfield, when Enzo start clicking with other boys in the midfield and we start providing more balls in the box, I think even Kai Havertz is going to improve. That is just my opinion. Mr. FK said that Ogs to be deported. Yes, because that were everybody been telling me that I am a fraud and I should be deported. Manchester City cheat, according to Mr. Rashford, number 10, Rashi. And he said in the message that he just deleted that you guys next. So after Manchester City, something is going to happen to Chelsea. But the difference is we didn't hide any commercial revenue. We didn't have offshore account to pay people over there and lie about our books. We are spending money. Everybody can see it. If we're going to get punished, yes, because we broke a rule but we've been transparent. So we don't have 100 account or accusations to face. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. Next summer, we're going to balance books. We're going to sell a lot of players and everything is going to be correct. So you can keep on waiting and waiting and waiting. It's not going to happen. So he's laughing at Manchester City because they have some, it's a City been dominating the city of Manchester. So I understand the banter here. Some other comment very quickly. We need Harvard to give what? To give us goals, not defend. But defense is not only about defenders. You know, everybody defend, everybody attack. That's what the team is all about. Benjamin said that I want to call in. How do I please? Because there is a link there, my friend. On top of the chat, you will see the link, and we're gonna put you through. Ole need his trophies. So apparently, if Manchester City are relegated and all the trophies might be taken off, and Manchester United might win one trophy, one Premier League. I think also Liverpool might win one. I don't know if Chelsea are in the conversation, but it's going to be a long process because those people, they got a lot of money. They're going to hire the best lawyers in the world, and this is going to drag on and on and on before even making a decision. Jamal, you've been quiet, my brother. What do you think should happen to Manchester City?
I think 15-point deduction seems fair.
15 points, and we're going to buy those points, right?
Yes, so we can get in the top of the
Chelsea
league.
to buy Manchester City's point, so we can have we take 15 points, we add to our number 10 position, and we could make it top 4, right?
Yeah, I feel like relegation's too unrealistic. I don't think they'll do it to a big team like Man City. They still have money, you know, so I don't think they'll take them to relegation. Just doesn't seem right. And also 10 million, I think the fine was about to be 10 million or 20 million. I don't think they'll do that because the Man City have no problem paying that because they're very rich, so it won't hurt them at all. So I feel like 15-point deduction is literally the only, reasonable punishment. That's the only thing I really think is a good punishment for Man City.
So you want it to be like this season, or let's say next season you start with minus 15?
No, this season so we can get top 4. That's our only chance of getting top 4. If they get below, then we have Tottenham in the top 4. Then I think we'll get them. Tottenham.
Okay. But if you deduct 15 points, you are handling the title immediately to Arsenal. You know that?
I honestly don't mind.
I think
mind
Arsenal winning?
Arsenal deserve it, honestly. This season, they really shocked me. I think they shocked the whole world. No one expected them to get that far.
Okay, Mr. Tokiro, what do you think should happen to Manchester City?
I think Man City should get deducted points because they did something wrong, and I think it's just better for us to make top 4, and so we don't get the fine. And then it's just, but even if Arsenal wins, nobody cares.
You don't mind?
Yes, because it's Arsenal, and then they'll fail the next season.
Man, I'm afraid if Arsenal wins the title, we're not going to sleep for one season, bro. They're going to celebrate 100 years from now. The
best thing is, just since we have a bunch of players and we can learn, since it's a long season, we still have half a season left. We can learn the players, and then next season we can win, and then the other season we can win again, and then we can celebrate in the face 2 times.
Okay. That makes sense. Mr. King, what is the sanction for Manchester City?
I think that Man City, I don't think they should get relegated because, it would be way too unrealistic, and there would be no competition for Arsenal, and Arsenal would easily win the league. So I think just a 50-point deduction would be better, because we would make it top 4, and everything would just be back to normal. We'll have to suffer from this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's move on and go to Mr. 40. What should happen to the almighty Manchester City?
I think the most realistic thing would be maybe a few point deductions, because I don't really see how they take the trophies they won and give it to somebody else, because we're never going, as fans, we're not going to forget that they actually won these things. You can't just erase the memory of the accomplishments, So I think maybe a few point deductions. I don't know as far as relegation, but whatever they have, whatever the consequences are, I guess they have to go through with it because a few things happened to Chelsea a couple of years ago. We had the transfer ban, and we had to go through that. So, come more man.
Well, they paid for it. They got sanctioned for 2 windows, and they've paid the money, and they won the case because they got money, man. They can hire whatever lawyer, the most expensive lawyers in the world, and they might win.
I just don't see how they get relegated. But then again, we don't make the rule. We just make assumptions. So we just wait till, because even if you take points off of Man City, it doesn't really help Chelsea get top 4 because there's teams still ahead of us for us to beat to catch up to them. So we right now we just have to focus on getting points to the end of the season. That's all we can do.
Okay, Mr. Victor, what do you think? You already gave some flashes on they need to be there because we need them. And do you think that Guardiola is going to stay if it's proven that he's been lied to? Are you there?
I am of the opinion. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so it's almost like in a fair competition where it matters. Okay, this is a financial backroom. Financial officers have done this. Guardiola didn't know anything. Players had nothing to do with it. And that is what we are privy to. We are privy to the actual action on the field. So if we could not beat them, and the only way we can take them down was some financial malpractices that happened that we do not even necessarily care eventually. It's just a mute point. It's almost like we didn't beat them. The only way we could take Manchester City down during their best years is we use some clause in them, and I'm with you. If their rules are rules, do whatever you may. But like the gentleman just said right before me, we will always remember that they were a great team. They were coached by a great manager, and that the only way they came down was because some people in the office didn't do their jobs well. You know what I mean? So that is not necessarily the only way we compete is if we improve. He also said that they're going, that doesn't mean that Chelsea has all of a sudden become a better player and we are winning the Champions League or the league itself. So for me, whatever punishment needs to be given to them, fine, go ahead, give it to them. But I will recommend that whatever punishment is given to them doesn't affect the players who had nothing to do with it. It doesn't affect the coach who had nothing to do with it, because you don't want Manchester City to go down as a team. It was great that the Premier League didn't have only 4 or 5 teams to boast of, and that Manchester City for the last 10 years have become one of the pillars of football in the world, period. And all of a sudden, if you want to just throw them to the League One or Championship or whatever, who does it help? The question is, who does it help? I know and I understand that rules are rules, but who does it help? Because we couldn't beat them on the field, we beat them off field, and we took something out of the team. I do not necessarily agree with that. So in your survey you put out there for people to vote, I voted that we should take some points off or do something about relegation, maybe fine them, which is not a problem for Manchester City because they are stinking rich, but do something that will really affect them but not necessarily affect the players and the coach because they have nothing to do with it. In these kind of scenarios, they normally have nothing to do with it because they are just employees and they play the games, but you still punish the teams or the clubs anyway. But for me, I feel like because they are on top, if you want to bring them down, and the only way you want to bring them down is to do
brother, listen. There is no sympathy here when you break the rules. When Chelsea did something, we got punished. We got punished about signing underage, Bertrand Traore. All know that. But now I don't think that the sympathy needs to be, because when they come after us, let's say about the financial fair play, if in the space of 3 years we don't balance books and we don't sell players to balance books, they're going to come at us, and then we're going to have to pay for it. Nobody is going to feel sorry for us. When we got suspended for 2 windows, nobody felt bad for us. Mr. Benjamin, I'm coming back to you. You are in the studio. I can see you. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just, I'm going to take you a no. So let us finish what we're talking here, but I can see you, Mr. Benjamin. So like I said, listen, whatever happened, but justice is justice, because nobody cares about what Chelsea goes through. So I'm not going to care if they apply the same rules to Manchester City or send them to the Championship so we can get De Bruyne back We can get Erling Haaland. Then
all right, you know what? See, that's exactly what I'm trying to say here.
Mhm.
And I'll make this point quickly and shut up. What I'm saying is that when we even got sanctions, got sanctions that affected it, but it didn't affect our football. The players that were there were still there. They could play for us. We couldn't sign other players. But if you do what you are doing, then it disrupts the entirety of the club. You know, like players will be scattered all over. Nobody in Manchester City right now would like to play in the Championship. The coach will be gone. So what have you done? You know what I mean? Like, we have to care enough because, like I said, there is no us without them. They is the one we play against them. That is why everybody tune in to watch these to watch these games. So we could go high and mighty and say, oh, we have to punish them, we have to punish them, we have to punish them. When the punishment were meted out to Chelsea, it was for us to not sign players. And they knew we could cope with that because we already have plenty of players. All the clubs have players enough to last them for years. This idea that we have to always sign players in the windows we get is because they have multiplied the games and that these players cannot cope. But in truth, all the great players, George Best and all of, go ask them. They were playing day in and day out. They never rested. You know.
Okay.
So we can also make these players play every now and then. So when they did that, we could handle it. They didn't kick us out of the championships. They let us stay. We just couldn't sign players, and because of that, we could still compete. And out of that, we became champions of what? Of Europe. So, but if we were in the championship, we would have not gotten any opportunity at all to beat Chelsea as we are today.
All right. Competition is very important. Mr. Benjamin, you have a lot of background noise, echoes. So if you can check on what you are watching, probably you have another window on YouTube open. So I can hear myself like 1,000 times. So let me try again. It's the same, brother. Mr. Benjamin, I put you through, but you have a lot of echoes. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go on.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
I just want to divert a little bit from the topic you're having right now. I want to talk about our team, the issues I see in Chelsea right now. I think Porter is not good enough for us. Okay. I want to talk about the Fulham game briefly.
No problem.
Let's take a coach like Mourinho, for instance. That game, Mourinho would have won that game easily. Like, even if it's a 1-0, 2-0, we're good to go. We needed that 3 points badly for us to move up the table. But Porter, on the other hand, I don't know, he's not got the charisma to lead these players. Now, another thing is player power in the team. Mount, I'm happy Jorginho left because you can't have a team and the players are not supporting each other. If you watch Man City, for instance, going forward, they pass the ball a lot. And when it comes to scoring, they assist one another. But when it comes to Chelsea, you see a Mount up front at goal. He's taking a shot instead of passing the ball for the easiest man to score the goal. Look at Fofana. He did a very good, a good dribble on that defender. It was to lay the pass to Havertz, to just slide it into the net.
Yeah, so
but
before I forget about that, I played football in a very good level, probably not the Premier League level, but in some kind of divisions. The way you see football on the pitch is completely different than the way we see on TV, because you have cameras from different angle. You are running, and in your mind is already set on scoring a goal. You don't see anybody else. You see the back of the net, and you might shoot, and then it's somebody block it or something. So let me finish. Like
but your point is not really. That is the quality of a player. All the players have this same scenario, and yet they pass to the person that can easily score. How can you make that point? All of them do that.
Okay, go, Mr. Benjamin.
How is Man City doing it? You can see them scoring 4 or 5 goals in a match.
Because
Look at Arsenal.
they create those kind of situations like 1,000 times. But
That
at
is what we are talking
but
about.
at Chelsea,
Let the coach.
but at Chelsea, we create few of them, and I don't think it's only the fault of the coach because
My brother, I played a little bit of football too myself. I played a little bit of football. I dribble a lot, but when I get to the goal post, I pass to the easier man to score. Release your ball. My coach is always screaming at me. Release, pass. Why are these guys not passing? Look at when Lukaku was there.
Also, another thing that I wanted
would prefer to shoot at goal than passing to the striker.
Another thing I wanted to notice here is sometimes when Mount remember the last time when he passed it to Lewis Hall, who was in the better position, he got killed. Oh no, you should have shot and you should have scored. So it's always a lose-lose situations when it comes to certain players because they can't do any good unless you don't let me finish. That's the problem. You're going to have your time. I'm going to forget what I wanted to say. So the problem is what they do, unless if they score, it's going to always be a problem. Somebody was going to complain about something. And there are certain people from certain academy or certain country that they can't do any good. Mason Mount passed to somebody else. No, you should have scored. Or he tried to shoot. No, you've been very selfish and you don't see anybody else. And when they score goals, he can even score. Mr. Benjamin, the same noise is coming back. I don't know, you are watching something else. So if he scored even a hat trick, people will always find, oh no, that was too easy for him, or let's wait the next game. So there are certain players that we already have mindset they can't do any good. So that's what I wanted to notice. Now you can go.
Now, what I want to say quickly before the gentleman comes back in is that what he is noticing is something that everybody, Mount has become a general topic right now that he needs to be shut down. Why? Because every 8 out of 9 Chelsea fans right now, especially the ones that are only in UK right now, okay, in England right now, I've noticed that the ones that are in England are protective of Mount because they want him to do well, of course, for Chelsea and the national team. But we know that Mount is generally a selfish player, period. He doesn't necessarily even do that in the English team. When it comes to Chelsea, he thinks he's Mr. Chelsea. He thinks himself as Lampard, because that's what Lampard was grooming him for. And Lampard will go and stand before every free kick. He'll go and stand behind every kick and try to take those things to be effective, to be the one that is leading the team on. If that is your case, and also you are looking for a buffier or a better a contract from the team, you want to score more. That is the psychology of these players, so that you are in the limelight, you are kept in the headlines, and then that will help you when you are going to negotiate for the next contract. And that is what was happening with what has been happening with Mount the last 2 seasons. But he himself needed a challenge. If you have a team that has no midfield and he's competing with Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher and the rest, he is the one man out. You get somebody that is an expert in the attacking midfield, and Mount is found wanting. And these observations that was just made a few minutes ago is truly to the point. He is generally a selfish player who lacks the idea to share the glory, pass around, especially when a man is free. He gave a pass to Kai Havertz to score in the Champions League. He can do that. It is in his arsenal. He just doesn't do it enough to help us, especially for somebody who is constantly selected. If he's not selected, then we don't see the effect of it. But he's constantly the first on the list of selection. He should be giving us more, and he's not.
Okay, can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir. Go.
So, I understand the point.
And Mohamed Jamal, we're gonna come back to you, and Mr. King Chelsea also. We're coming very quickly to you, so don't leave. Don't leave. All right.
See, I don't think it's him trying to take the glory instead of passing the ball. I just think he doesn't have the quality to make those passes. You know, he has a limited skill set, and that's just what it is. So his mind might tell him to pass the ball, but the execution is always wrong. Like, he just doesn't have that. He's not one of those guys that could play that ball. So in as much as, he can be very selfish, It's just his final ball is really not great either. So there's no reason he should be playing currently because he's just very poor in the final third. He can't make those passes. Whenever he tries it, he overhits it. It gets intercepted. So even though he might try to put somebody else through, the passes just never come off, man. He's just not that good. That's all I got to say.
So for me, and for me, if we can say this from a distance, from watching it, and all keep telling us that because we don't have a 360-degree angle for that games, we don't see what is going on next. All that is maybe true to you, but I don't believe that is true. We see what goes on the field most of the time. They are run off, they are dashing to the left and giving room for the other person to score, especially when you are getting to the 18-yard box of the opponent. We see most of what the action that goes on there. And we know that he's not doing much. Most of them don't do anything at all. Kai Havertz doesn't do much. And neither does Mount. They need serious competition. And that is why it comes back to this coach. We have our doubts about this coach because if he cannot see that and inject a healthy peer pressure competition on these players so that they know that if they don't go out there and execute, they will be sat down, then he doesn't have the backbone to lead a team of such investment, a club of such investment as Chelsea.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed, what we do with Mason Mount? Bench him or sell him next summer?
I completely disagree with Victor. First of all, I feel like Mount isn't selfish. I see him try to make that final ball, but it just never works. And I don't think we should sell him. But benching is, I think he should be benched. But
yeah, I just lost you. I don't know if it's my fault or something. You have some audio issues. Can you hear me? Anybody?
I can hear you.
So Mohammed
Can
Jamal.
I say something real quick?
Yes, go.
Yes. To add to what Mr. Victor said, you see, there is something about this Chelsea team. It's become a culture right now.
Okay.
Every one of them is chasing glory.
Okay.
They want to be the player of the season. It's as if there is one prize for it. They're chasing the goals. Both Mount and Havertz, they're chasing that. Look at Man U, for instance. The coach came in and he got in some strong rules to the players, crushing down the player power. And he made the players sit tight. He looked at the player giving them issues in the dressing room. He got rid of him. And they're doing really well. Right?
I agree with you. Ronaldo was kind of a problem. He benched him. And even Marcus Rashford didn't perform good. He benched him. And Sancho also, Jadon Sancho, he sent him to Portugal to have personal training so he can fix his mind and body. And he's back now playing good. So, yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. But, Mr. Benjamin, you have a lot of background noise. So, can you disconnect and come back? Because it's just so much noise that I can't handle that. My ears just like burning. So, if you can disconnect yourself and come back, I will appreciate that because it's going to help the show. Okay, let me move to Mr. Tokiro. Mount out, sell him, or bench him? And how long are you going to give him with this kind of performances?
I think that we shouldn't sell Mount because he has a bunch of talent. And I think we should just bench him. And I think he'll end up like Rashford because if we just train him the right way and we give him the right mentality, I think he'll do good. And if we actually if we play Havertz at the cam like we all wanted to, I think he'll come as a sub for Havertz. And I think it'll be better for both of them because Havertz, he needs a rest. He's been playing every game. And Mount, he needs to play because he needs to prove himself that he can be in the starting 11. But if Mount shows that he can be in the starting 11, but Havertz is still doing good, I don't know what's going to happen. But we shouldn't sell Mount. And I think if we give him time, I think he'll start to grow.
He'll come back. So, Jamal.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back, right? King,
Yeah.
did you say anything about Mason Mount, or I forgot to?
No, not yet.
Okay, so go and tell us what do you think about Mason Mount. Do you think that he can be like Rashford? You know, you have some bad time and then all of a sudden, boom, start scoring goals in the future? Or you just you're like, I'm tired of this guy, he need to leave?
Well, I think, yeah, Mason Mount still has a lot of potential to be like one of the greatest players, like for his age, and I think Graham Potter should just bench him for now, and soon he'll be better and back. Yeah, I think we just need to give him some time.
No, he's not that good. He's not going to be one of the greatest.
And I will have to,
he's not good
yeah,
enough.
exactly. And I'm going to add to that, based on what? You don't just make these statements. He has been playing for Chelsea. He was part of the the academy team. We know how Mount plays, so he's not going to go out there and be the greatest player of all time. So you have to sit him down, or actually send him away. Sit him down for a while. You know, when you do that to a player, right? When they come in, they are more. It's very likely of them to come in and be better than the way before. If they get to play regardless of how they play, then that pass we are talking about never happens, even if it's in them. If there's a player in Mount that we haven't seen, he has no need to go dig for it. He has no incentive for it because he gets to play anyway. You know, he's playing in England. The player, especially this coach, comes in and he's scared of some players. But I'm telling you this coach has no backbone. All the coaches that are semi-successful or even have any success in them come in and they reshuffle a little bit.
Before I forgot, somebody Eugene say here, how can you bench him when you have like 11 players on the bench? Don't you think that now with the competition that we have in the midfield and different positions, like now we have Enzo Fernandez, we have the young Andrew Santos coming from Brazil, we're going to find a work permit for him. We have many options, and Joao Felix, even from the Mount position. Don't you think that now that we have options, that we can start judging properly? Because before it looks like we didn't have any choice. Now we have plenty of choices.
And even if there were no choices, as a coach, I will be innovative. I will put people there who don't have any business being there and see how they do. Because I know how Mount is going to do. This is the difference in football. The gentleman who spoke prior to the last one said we should give him the chances to prove himself. How many chances does he need? In a fast-moving institution as a Premier League is. It is moving quick. We recycle coaches and managers like at whim, but when it comes to some players, we just have to give them endless amount of time and chances. Some players, of course, don't get that. We are not even going to talk about that. But when it comes to Mount and these players that have a constant sense of selection, because they are always the ones on the team list, they have become entitled folks. If we don't see it for what it is, they are not going to do any different because they know they are going to get the chance. Sit them down. Let them fight for their competition. Even if the person playing their position doesn't play there, if they play there and they do better, give those people more chances like you're giving a Mount. If they do better, Mount will come on knowing that he is not indispensable. If a player knows that, they do much better. If it is in them. If it's not in them, then ship them away. They don't belong in Chelsea. Period. I don't care who that person is.
Okay, so Mr. 40, do you think that Mount really has reached his ceiling? Because you said never, he's not going to be world class or something. Do you really believe that if we didn't give enough chances to somebody like Drogba, we were going to lose the king? Because I still remember, I'm old enough to remember that Drogba had some tough time when he arrived, like for 2 seasons, and people were talking about him moving and going to Inter Milan or something like that. Do you really think that Mount has reached his ceiling? Or do you think also, do you give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt for playing out of position? Like wingers all the time, false 9, even number 9 and all that? 40, are you still there? No? Busy? Okay, so anybody...
What was your
Can I say
question? I'm
something?
sorry. What was your question?
My question is, Mason Mount been played out of position for almost like 3 years.
Right.
Do you think that he reached his ceilings and he's not going to get better anymore? Or do you give him the benefit of the doubt to be like Drogba, struggle for first few years and then explode at some point?
Well, the difference is he didn't really struggle for the first 3 years, right? So, I mean, you could also think about how many minutes he's had since we've had all these multiple managers. He's played probably the highest minutes of, Tuchel.
From
Lampard,
what position? From what position?
From anywhere, from the right side of the attack to the left side.
Except
the
for
front
the number
three.
8 position where he is trained to be.
But then also now when he gets to play the 8th position, he also drifts out a lot all the way up to the left side. Like if you watch the game against Fulham, the first few things I noticed was the ball was not even going to Mikhailo's side. They just kept feeding the ball to Ziyech. And it was just bad because it's the same issues we've had. And then you see Mount and Cucurella clogging the left side as well. So it's like, dude, my man just needs to be out of the 11 for a little bit. Play somebody else till he gets back into form, man. That's all they can do right now.
All right. I got your point. So Mount really is not rated by many people here. But for me, I still believe that, he's...
Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
Can I say your mouth?
Yes, go. Whoever wanna go. Jamal, did you want to
Yeah,
say
I'll
something?
go. Yeah. Okay, so the thing I want to say, like what Victor said, like he's acted like Mount hasn't been a player of the season twice in a row. Like people are okay. Mount is having a bad season, and I think he should be banned. I agree with that, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe like you never know what's happening behind the scenes. Something might have happened. Like with Thomas Tuchel and Frank Lampard, he had managers that believed in him. Believed in him and that knew his qualities and knew how to use them in a correct way. That still doesn't give him an excuse, but even with Frank Lampard, he was playing left winger and still played good. With Thomas Tuchel, he was playing like a cam or like right forward, and he still became player of the season. So I feel like Mason Mount is very versatile. I don't care what everyone's saying, like, oh, he's just a number 8, he can't play anywhere else, and they are forgetting where he used to play. He used to play left winger, cam, center midfielder, in the double pivot. He played everywhere. So,
excuse me.
Let me say something, Mr. Jamal. Can you disconnect yourself and come back because you have some static noise around you? So we kind of cutting off a little bit. So get yourself off the studio and come back again, all right? Yes,
I know
sir.
that. I don't mean to. Listen, they say when everybody in the team is bad, they still have to do the end of year party and give the player of the year to somebody. If everybody sucks, you have to give it to somebody. Anybody that actually either have their name out there, the English press is praising him. Cucurella was the player of the year for a good team. We all agree that they're a good team because at least they're above us in Brighton. How is he doing in Chelsea? I mean, we make argument. We have been served a dose of bad football for so long that any mediocrity is hailed up as the best thing that we've ever seen. When just next door, Manchester City is showing us how. Heck, Arsenal is showing us how it's done by having footballers who are serious, who are determined, who have a chip on their shoulder to prove that they are good. Because if they don't prove they are good, they are sat down. When we come to Chelsea, there are players that have this bona fide right, like Jorginho, who's been gone, so we don't have to talk to him about it again. Mount and Havertz. These 3 were being selected by all of them. I know Lampard sat Jorginho down for a minute, but Lampard would never sit Mount down. Lampard is what gave Mount this kind of notoriety that Mount is having now. That even when Tuchel came in and sat him down in one game, Tuchel got the questions asked. So my questions to all the folks that are here defending him is that, did you defend Lukaku this much? Did you
Okay.
defend a proven goal scorer this much? Did you
So-
defend Abraham this much?
Yeah.
You know, we don't defend some players, but there are some players, they can do whatever they want. I am not saying that Mount cannot kick football.
Mm.
I am saying that his role and what is expected of him and the fact that he is a constant is not worthy. And we
Okay.
should sit him down for him to come back in and prove to us that he's worthy. That's my point.
Okay, so people, I will come back to everybody here. Mr. Dev, you are in the house. Benjamin in the house. Summer in the house. I will take you at the end because we are trying to conclude, so I can let some folks go. But I have time for you. I'm gonna give you probably the last 5 minutes at the end. So please don't give up on me. If I put you through now, it might just crash my stream. From experience, if I put like 10 people, it always crashes my stream. So I will take you. I can see you. I'm not neglecting you, but you have your time. I'm gonna take all the time in the world with you. So foxes, stay there. You have your time. You have your chances. Somebody wanted to say something now, and I cut you
I want
off.
to say something.
Yes.
I just want I disagree with Victor because I Mount deserved the things that he did do better than Cucurella, and I think that we didn't defend Lukaku because of what he did to Chelsea. We got like it felt like a backstop to what Lukaku did to us because we actually still defended him. He was scored in his debut against Arsenal, and I think we just because of what he did in the interview, I think that's what made me think that he's not willing to do anything for Chelsea.
Yeah,
So
that
I-
interview really killed Lukaku. So it's more than just his
It
football
is an
ability.
interview, folks. It's an interview.
So let's.
Kane did an interview and said that he would like to leave Tottenham Hotspur. He's still there.
That
This
is
an
another
interview.
case. Victor,
He
we're going to
made
come
a
back to you.
mistake. He made a mistake. Harry Kane did the same kind of interview, not to the extreme degree that Lukaku did. Fine, I grant you that. But it's an interview. He made a mistake. If the coach really wanted him here, he will be here. We
No,
let
but
him go
Lukaku
because Lukaku could not
criticized.
make a mistake. Lukaku, how dare him talk about Chelsea like that? How dare him? That's why he was let go. If he was a player we valued, and it wasn't more than that, he would still be at Chelsea. Everybody brings. He was a great. He's a great. What is it called? A goal scorer. He could have helped us way more than Kai Havertz is doing right now. We have
Yes,
to call a spade a spade. It is,
Okay,
it is
Tokiro.
because it is
Yeah,
Lukaku.
Tokiro, you wanted to
It is
finish.
because it is Lukaku.
Yeah,
Oh,
let
yes, but
Tokiro
it's
finish,
because
please.
Lukaku criticized Chelsea, but
Yeah.
Harry Kane said he just wanted to leave, and that
He
is not
criticized. He
Can
criticized
we
the
let
coach.
Tokito?
No, he criticized the coach, not
Let-
Chelsea. He
Victor.
didn't criticize them. Get your facts straight, though. You have to. You have to
Let
you-
Tokito
no,
finish,
no.
please.
The fact that he's a kid doesn't mean he should put out falsehood. Lukaku did not criticize the fan base nor the team.
Well, you
nor
have
the
to
club.
double check
He
your
criticized
interview because
the
he's
coach.
okay. Victor, let me intervene on this one. When you say that he would like to go back to Italy because of the fans, and he apologized to the fans, and before the end of my career I have to come, and when he said that when you leave Inter, you think that you are going to Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or Barcelona, that is like insult directly to Chelsea, calling them small club. So even if you don't insult personally like the fans by criticizing and downgrading your team like that, you're gonna feel insulted. So I have to agree with Tokiro on this point. Tokiro, finish please.
Yes. So it's because it's business. Harry Kane said he wanted to leave, and it's like a bunch of people left. Lukaku left Inter, and just because he wanted to leave, that it's better for Tottenham because they could sign anyone. They could sign like a Martinez or like what they were linked with. But Lukaku said that like he criticized the managers and he criticized the tactics, and that was when he just like joined it like a month before. I mean, a month later. So that's why we didn't back him up. And Mason Mount, he actually has more. I can see that he has more talent than Lukaku. So that's why I think that we should keep Mount and play him some games to see improvement from him, and we should improve him in training to because I know he can do it. And he can do better than Lukaku because Lukaku, he barely did anything. He just scored some games, and then he wasn't fluent. He wasn't he didn't show up frequency and did all the goals, and he didn't show up that much. He was really bad.
Okay, Victor, I'm going to come back to you, brother. I have more than 20 people watching right now. You already said something. Mohammed said something. Let's go to Jamal, say something. 40 going to say something. And then we go around. We have time for you guys. Let's go. Mohammed wanted to say something?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. So I was talking about Mount, right?
Yes.
I want to a little bit change my direction to Lukaku. We still have him in loan. It's not like we have lost him and he's not coming back. So, what he did at Chelsea, I mean, he scored 15 goals and he only played 32 games. I felt like if we kept him, right now, if he didn't do that interview, right, I think he would have been a great player for us. But, okay, now tracking back to Mount, like what I was saying, he doesn't deserve this much criticism. I know he's been very bad, but let's be honest. The fan base has been way too harsh. We're thinking he's a League 2 player that just came in and he deserves to be on there. He doesn't deserve to be there. We all know the talent he has. He was once, not now, you could arguably say a world-class player. I don't see... he's having a bad season. Who hasn't had, those bad seasons? Everyone has at least once. Even the best of us, Messi and Ronaldo, they had a bad season.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think Mount will come back. I think he deserves to be in the bench, especially for West Ham, just so he can get a reality check. And I won't be surprised if he comes back firing and maybe even being contender for player of the season again.
Okay. So some people are complaining. I have to read their comment on YouTube here. So he said that the special one once said, the best footballer on earth are those who analyze the game. Mount is not just in form. There is up and downs in life. Don't forget, this is the same Mount has served us in the past. Okay, yeah, life. It looks like certain people need to be always 100% every single day in life and in the office and in school. They don't fail. It's always need to be perfect. But I got your point. Finally, it's over. What is finally it's over? I don't know. Ogs need to be deported. Yes. Come here and take my passport away and put me to whatever flight it is and send me back to Bondi. Doji Porter, Mount Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek, and English media are all overrating these fellows. All right. That is your opinion. And we have Brian. He said, I'm happy to hear that Thiago Silva is extending one more year in his current contract. Isco was great at Real Madrid. Time and after that, bro, you are bad. You cannot play in the team with ambitions. Okay. All right. So I can't read 1,000 comments one time. Somebody always is going to complain. And some of the questions are just coming back again and again and again. People are saying they are Porter out if they start Mount next game. Well, always Porter is going to be out regardless of what can happen. Even if he wins a game of football, is always he need to go. Okay, what else? What is a player? I don't know. Yeah, so I already read pretty much every comment here. I can't really just focus on reading comment because we have to keep up. People are just repeating the same thing, so there is nothing new here. Probably give Thiago Silva 8 years contract. Okay. Peter said that it's not the problem. He is playing poorly. Just put him on the bench and try what? It's going very fast. Bench and try to make him to be hungry again, to show passion and hunger to the pitch. Yeah, he need to be benched for sure. Brian said that no, come on, Mr. Number 19 Mason Mount, better than Lukaku. Chelsea carried, so to keep Mason Mount, sell him just warm him on the bench, benching him. I don't know what you mean by that, but I kind of get the point you're trying to make here. So, gentlemen, I'm going to Mr. King Chelsea. You're going to say whatever you want, the last topic for you, because I have some other brothers waiting here. I will take them for the last 5 minutes, but I want to say goodbye to some of our brothers here in the house. And Dave, I'm coming to you, Benjamin, and also Ali Baba. Ali is back here. I will take you for the last 5 minutes. So don't give up on me. I'm coming to you. I can't really put 10 people at the same time because it always crashes the stream, but from experience. So, King, do you have anything to add for the day, my brother? Any topic, anything you wanna? Yeah. Oh, let me just bring another no sense question here. If you have to choose, let's say 2 players from Manchester City if they got relegated to bring to Chelsea, who would be your choice? Your choices. King Chelsea, are you there? Huh?
Easy.
Huh?
Haaland,
Hello?
De Bruyne.
Yes. I wanted. Who would be your choice? This is going to be you to say goodbye to people. So if you have to choose 2 players from Manchester City to bring at Chelsea when they got relegated.
Okay. One player that I think is fantastic is probably Bernardo Silva. He could be great at that cam position. I think we could I think we could bring him in. Or my second option, I think Holland would be a little too unrealistic. So then I would choose probably Riyad Mahrez.
Ryan Mahrez and also Bernardo Silva, right? So that those are the 2 players from City. Anything else you want to add today, my brother, before I let you go?
I just want to say one thing about Mount.
Yes, sir.
I think I've been seeing a lot of rumors about people saying that Mount is the coach's pet, like since he gets played every game almost. And that is kind of true, but I think he should stop getting hate. I think he just needs to be on the bench for a little bit, and then hopefully he gets everything back, and he'll be back to normal, hopefully.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mr. King Chelsea, thank you so much for helping my brother. Come back tomorrow if you have time, all right?
All right.
Thank you so much. Let me move to Tokiro. Your choice for from City.
I wouldn't say Riyad Mahrez because he only comes up in the big games. And the first one I would say is definitely Ederson, because I see that we're lacking. Well, Kepa's good, but why not get a better one? And then,
that is a very good choice. Yeah.
And I think since we lack in like midfielders, I think I wouldn't get De Bruyne because we need a little bit more defensive. So I'd say Rodri.
Okay. Rodri and the goalkeeper Ederson. Anything else you want to add, my brother?
Oh, yes. I just want to say, like one of the comments said about Isco. I just want to say that I remember back in the day that Isco was just like Mason Mount. He had like one bad season, I think, but then he started to be better and he became like really good. And he even started on Real Madrid. And I think Mason Mount would be just like Isco. He's a legend in Real Madrid, and he's definitely going to be a legend.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother. And come back tomorrow if you have time, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tokiro. And Benjamin is back with the same noise, the same background. I don't know what's going on with you, my brother. But let's go. Mohammed, make your choices and say goodbye to people. And for Benjamin and Mr. Dev and Ali, I'm coming back to you. I'm going to give you as much time as you need so you can express yourself. Mohammed Jamal.
So I think it's pretty easy. The 2 things we lack, I mean, kind of, but I would go Kevin De Bruyne because why not? And Haaland because we need a striker.
Yeah.
That's pretty simple.
So Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland. Yeah, good choice. Good choices. Yeah. Anything else you forgot to say and you want to say?
Just one thing. It's about Havertz. I was looking through Twitter and there's still a lot of criticism for Havertz. Like Mount and Havertz are really trending on Twitter. I get a little bit the criticism for Mount, but not for Havertz. I have never seen a game where he actually played his preferred position. Sometimes, yeah, but for 30 minutes. But I've never seen him for a full 90 minutes play as a number 10. I feel like we'll see a totally, when I say totally different Kai Havertz, we might see the same Kai Havertz on Bayern Leverkusen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
I agree, my brother. Thank you so much for helping. And if you have time tomorrow, please come help again. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. So now we still have, we have the dream team. Yeah, Victor, I'm coming back to you because I know you have a lot of stuff to do. Let's try this Benjamin guy. What's going on with your computer, man? Yeah, Benjamin, are you there? Benjamin?
Folks,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
here.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about the noise.
No, it's okay. Probably sometime you forget to mute another window and it's gonna just the noise is gonna be reflecting in the show. But yeah, you're cool now. So hey Dave.
Yes, thank you.
Hey Dave.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Ali, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ali Baba. Yeah, good. All right, so gentlemen, let's say Francais Dave, introduce yourself and whatever you want to talk about. Let's go.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, sir.
This is probably I don't know, 5-6 months. I've been introduced to this channel. I love it. Great content.
Thank you.
So let's get back to business.
Let's get.
I'm gonna start with this
Mm-hmm.
Mount bias. I just want to say it is not fair. I understand where he's from, but right now he's putting a lot of stink in his own, in his own shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's making him look bad by himself.
Okay.
He's having a mentality of, if I get the chance, I'm gonna shoot. Instead of more of like a natural midfielder who has to use his IQ to stretch the midfields open and to create chances. Mason Mount is not doing that. Mason Mount is playing like the basic kind of midfield soccer game. Like if he gets the ball, he will pass it when he see a chance around. Instead of starting the machine, instead of starting the engine, the IQ to open up the midfield, like to create something out of nothing. But instead, if you give Mount the ball next to the 6-yard box, we all know he's ready to shoot.
Okay.
Even have you noticed lately, when the ball is getting to him, what is his favorite skills he does to receive a ball? I will tell you guys. He uses his butt as cover and then hit the floor.
Tell us more about that.
He uses his butt. What kind of midfield use that mentality to? Oh, I'm gonna use my butt to to hit him from the back, like he's throwing it back or something, and then cause a foul. He does that every game, and not all the time does work. I understand. I don't know, but if you're a midfielder and you're taking the ball and then there's a guy behind you, that shouldn't be your instincts all the time. But he does that now consistency every game.
Okay, so what is the solution now? Do you think that his ceiling is there and just get rid of him or bench him, or what is your solution? So we can move very quickly to Ali and Benjamin.
Yeah. He needs to be benched so he knows that what he's doing is not working right now.
Okay.
He got the quality. He's a great player. But what he's currently doing, he's been figured out, just like every, top players out there. Everybody know your style of playing, so they're going to stop you. But for the moment, he needs to be benched, and he needs to find a different way of playing to help Chelsea team, because that same style is not working no more. That's why he's struggling.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Ali, what do you think we should go with? We should do with Mason Mount?
I think Mason Mount is just trying to earn like a new contract, but doesn't know how to do it. Like most of the players, like they'll play like really, really good to just like earn their payment or just like improvement on their contracts. So like I think he's just dealing with this, like all the players that we got, they're like above 100K, 150 and 200. So like I think he's thinking like if Kai Havertz, like some other guys like Kovacic, like they're earning more than 120, 150K like that. and he's earning 88K. So I think that is playing on his mind that how is that I've been playing so good like this and like better than the whole team for the last 3 years, and then I'm earning like 88K, and those players who are like the least out of the squad are like earning 150K and crazy money like that. I think he's just trying to earn the contract that way, which is wrong because like I think most of the players earn their contracts playing good for the few months that they want to do. So I think he's doing it the wrong way. So I think what he should do is like just try to go back to his normal,
back to basics, right?
Yeah, basics. Like try to be good, and I think we should just give him a new contract by now. I don't care his situation or circumstance, he's good or bad. I think we should just give him like.
How much do you think that he deserves in the new contract?
I think it should be like 200 or 180K, something like that. I think he deserves it. He deserves something like that, I think.
Yeah, because what people don't understand is Mason Mount is in less than 100K. Edouard Mendy got more money than him. Kepa Arrizabalaga got more money than him. Lukaku is on 350K. Sterling is on 350K.
Koulibaly.
So Koulibaly and everybody. So before you jump here, we are doing the same job. Even if I am flop or whatever, you're gonna make a story here. I think any of us here, all the perfect people online there, pretend to be saving the money for the club. You don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. If it was you, the next morning you are knocking, let me finish. The next morning you are knocking your boss's office and say, what about me, boss? I won the Champions League. I scored a lot of goals for this team. I know I am flop, but why everybody else is getting this kind of money and I don't have it? So all the perfect people out there online who pretend that they are all good and they're not gonna demand money, they're gonna work for free. I'm asking you to be in Mason Mount place, and if you are not gonna knock the door and ask your boss to give you some more money, and then you are not a human being. Simple as that. Mr. Ali, you have a lot of noises behind you. Let's go to Mr. Benjamin. How much are you giving Mason Mount for his next contract? And if you don't give him you can choose. You wanna get rid of him, or if you keep him, how much money are you gonna offer in the new contract?
Okay, thank you, Hawks. First of all, I would like to point out something.
Yeah.
There was a speaker that talked about him being figured out.
Yeah.
I think Mount is not bringing anything new to the table anymore. Being figured out means your ideas. Football has evolved, really. And if you're not bringing anything new to the table, that means you're trying something old. I think that was what the last speaker was trying to say.
He's at his limit.
Yes. Having said that, let's put into consideration, he won the Footballer of the Year twice in a row. Mount already has a status in the club. I'm going to target player power. He has great influence on that team. Now, for a player like Mount, he's not doing anything new. He's not creating chances as he used to. He's not scoring as he used to. Why do you want to give him a new contract? And he's not going to accept anything less than 200. He wants to be in the same league with Sterling. Even Sterling is a mistake. Sorry to say that. So for me, I believe he should leave. Let him go to a new club where they can give him what he wants. I think we should learn to let go of players that can cause us trouble in the dressing room. Players that can make others look bad. I'd like to take you guys back a little bit. When Lukaku came on. Okay?
Yeah, let him finish, please. We're going to come back to you. Yeah.
I was going to ask you something.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Lukaku came.
And you have to land. We're going to come back to you, Benjamin. Yeah. Land, please, and we're gonna come back to you. Let's go back and forth.
Okay.
Go. Finish, please.
Now, when Lukaku came back to the team, I actually watched a training session. Now, let's put into consideration these players. We are talking about ego. We are talking about players that are extremely rich, players that had influence. Lukaku was coming back from Inter, that he had so much power. He scored a lot of goals. He was taking penalty kicks. Coming back to Chelsea, he was big enough. He had influence, and already he felt he had friends in the team. There was a training session I watched. They were practicing shots at goal. Then Lukaku made a statement. He said, he was practicing with I think Mount and one other guy. He made a statement, I'm going to teach you guys how to score. The expression on Mount's face was like, what are you talking about? That was what I got from his face. I tell you the truth, the next match, he didn't pass the ball to Lukaku.
Okay.
I'm sure that kind of statement got to him, that how can you say you're going to teach me how to score?
So yeah, let Land, please, because other people are waiting. So you just saying basically we have to learn how to let certain people go, just like Mount has a lot of power in the dressing room. He thinks that he got a certain status, but he already hit his ceiling. He's not gonna improve a Chelsea Football Club. Let him go and get money somewhere else. That is basically what you want to say. All right, we're gonna come back to you. Victor.
Hi. I just want to say real quick. What do we think, genuinely? In the world of football right now? What do we think Mount is worth? That is the question here, right? Is he worth 300 plus thousand he's asking for, or is he way less, way more?
40K.
And the question is this: that he knows the kind of thing he can ask of this money in any place he goes, except maybe if he goes to. He can ask this from any management in Spurs. He can do that in Arsenal. He can ask for this kind of money anywhere he goes, Everton, wherever he goes. Maybe they might consider it, but this is a team. This is Manchester City. Even if they stay in the league, this is a team that was not willing to pay 40 million for Cucurella, and we pay 60 million for it. So Mount knows where he is. So if he is declared, or if they acclaimed him as the best footballer for 2 years in a row, which some of you have been using as part of your argument, then he thinks that he deserves that kind of money. He's a Champions League winner. So all of this cumulatively puts him in that hierarchy that he should be right with Sterling, even though Sterling has proven to us, in a good team, he's a goal scorer. He's a better player when it comes to the blood of football, which is goals, right? Mount is not going to give you any of this. Mount is a team player. Now, everybody should say, he will come good. You just sit him down, he come back, and that he's been. You said that he's been played in his he's not been played in his preferred position. Mount drifts into that preferred position every game he plays. Many times he doesn't do anything with the ball when he's given it. We paid 120 million pounds to a player whose role is to get the ball and pass forward. If Mount is an influential player and he can really come good, those of us that are defending him, we would have already seen it. He's played for us for a minimum of 3-4 years, and he was in the academy. I am not saying we should throw him away, but I also am not saying he deserves 300,000 plus a week like he's asking for. Now, if we are going to keep him, now that we are in a new era, okay, and we have all these players we are willing to splash money on and bring into the team, we have to make sure that we set new rules and say that if you are playing good, you will earn this much money. If you are not playing good, we are either going to send you away, or we are going to make sure we sell you and get somebody, send you away for what is it called, as a loan, or we get somebody else, or we sit you down. 3 options. So that if this club is spending so much money on players, so you cannot turn around and tell Mount that you can spend all of this in Koulibaly and all of those people to sit down on the bench, yet the one who plays every week doesn't get any money. So we have set this culture of splashing money on things that are not even helping the club. So we have to set a new culture at Chelsea and spend money on quality footballers who will actually do the best that they can to make sure this club prospers than spending money on players who do not give us any quality at all, or very, very minimal.
Well said.
All right, so yeah, I got your point. People, I did everything in this show for 2 hours without even plugging myself. So when you don't say anything, people don't give you anything. So if you can help me get 100 likes before I leave, I will much appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. It just takes you 1 second to do it. I've been here for 2 hours, and we're still here probably for 10 more minutes. If you can help me get to 100 likes, I will much appreciate it. And also, if you can follow me on social media, I am on Instagram and also Twitter. I don't even know if my Facebook still exists. I just joined like TikTok, try to put some funny videos over there. So it's the same green turf as you can tell here on the screen. Follow me. Let's follow each other because I always follow people back. I don't have any ego. I don't check on how many followers you have before I follow you. We are all the same. Nobody is bigger than anybody here. So let's do it and let's get to 100 likes before I leave. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I think Dave wanted to say something. We cut him like a long time ago. Dave, let's go.
Yes. I was about to say, because he said 300K for Mason Mount. And let's be honest, even if we had to make that happen, who's gonna pay for that?
Chelsea.
And that's the problem. Only Chelsea will. And Mount is looking at it, it's like, okay, if everybody's getting paid, everybody making money. And Oaks, you was right. I gotta make some money too. But he knows deep in his mental that if we pull Mason Mount for sale right now with the same price that he wants for 300K, Mason Mount will never make it to the Real Madrid team. I'm being honest. Even Manchester City, I'll be surprised if they want him in the first starting 11. His mental is to attack and shoot. He's not really gelling and creating like the Kevin De Bruyne kind of midfield. You know what I'm saying? He's not.
He
doing
never
that.
played in the midfield though. Rarely in the midfield. He plays as a winger. And
this is the part. This is the part where I think the PTSD has got into him because of not playing in his right position. Because now, when you put Mount in his right position, he's all the way on top.
He's confused also. Yeah.
Right.
Just like anybody else. All I can tell you, you drive a car or you just buy a house in a different neighborhood. It's gonna take you time to drive back home. You kind of forget. Oh man, I passed the. It just happened to me not long ago. Like I have to miss the turn to get to. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. This is. I just missed the turn.
I'm sorry.
But you don't let me finish, brother.
I'll let you finish. I'm asking you this question so you can answer it as you speak. What is going to happen to Mount's play when you move him 10 yards forward or 10 yards back from where he is right now? I mean, guys, let's be honest. With the idea of somebody's not playing in the right position, unless the person is a total defender or a goalkeeper and you put him as a striker, they are all on the field. His abilities are exposing him now. He cannot do it. Don't tell me that a footballer who is in the general vicinity of where he plays all the time and he gets the ball, what is he going to do with the ball when he's placed 10 yards forward or 10 yards back? Where he is right now.
What I'm trying to say here is, right, nobody is perfect, just like Mount himself. So I'm seeing him as like a human. He's taking his time again. He is trying. But this is the reason why I said the best way to have him come back is to put him at bench, for him to start all at the basic. Because right now, I don't know why the coach is putting him all the way, like, I don't know how many yards away from a DM. And Mason Mount at his rightful position right now is not looking like the Mason Mount when Frank Lampard had him.
Yeah,
so
that's
the kind of player like him is, if we sell him to another club, he knows in his mentality that, like, damn, if I feel like Chelsea, people already know something about me, so I better like improve myself. It's like a new generation. He's gonna work hard to become back to himself. That reminds me of somebody that we all know, Kevin De Bruyne. That's the same thing I'm seeing here. So I'm not saying like, oh, let's sell Mount. I'm saying it's time that we put him at his rightful position. to the end of the season and starting to the new season, because right now Chelsea's, look at the starting 11. We got good players. In Cuckoo's
What is Mount's rightful position? What is Mount's rightful position from where he's playing to that? Where
he's
is that?
number 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does he play now?
Everywhere.
Now
he's been played
bro.
as a winger.
No. I mean, guys, where does he play now? Because it's so far, the last time I checked, Mount is always in the number 8
Mr.
position.
Victor,
Or at least
when they
in that
put him
area.
when they put him on 8, at times you will see him playing like a number 10, and at times you will see him next to a winger. That comes to the instruction from the coach.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say. Like I say, I always repeat the play in whatever Mickey Mouse league it is.
Why doesn't the coach give an instructions for the midfield?
Exactly.
Like, why doesn't the coach give an instruction like, okay, this game is going to be a battle of midfield? Instead, we don't do that. What we do is we try to move the ball from the side and try to like put Mason Mount all the way further. And then I'm just here like Mason Mount is smart enough to know that if Enzo Fernandez have the ball, you need to come and support him, get the ball, and make a game of a battle of midfield, like City be doing. That's what we use midfields for. It's a game of chess. Move the ball, stretch the ball, and move him. But Chelsea's tactics is not even a game of midfield right now.
What people don't understand in football is just because you are playing number 9 doesn't mean that you are there just to score goals or
wait for the ball.
Or wait for the ball. There are instructions from the manager. You can be a number 8. You can be a number 10 or whatever position. They tell you, listen, you are number 10, but remember that we have a weakness from that left-hand side. For example, Mikhailo Mudryk is sick today, so we need some kind of protection from your defensive skills. So people just misunderstand sometimes, like tactics with system and your position. So all those little things, let me finish. Like all those little things, instructions from the coach that will tell you in this game, because they have such they're gonna play from this area of the pitch, and they have like Messi from this. You have to drop this and do this and that before we can put him in the cage or whatever. So those little things are people don't really get it, and it's gonna be, oh, look at Mason Mount is drifting for.
Are you done?
Just go. Yeah, go. Yes, Victor, go.
Probably broke his mic.
Yeah, he's all right. So
yeah, I was saying, if we sell Mount, another team will take an advantage to coach him properly if we don't take care of this guy. That's what I was.
That's fine, man. That is fine.
Okay. All right.
Let
Okay.
these guys go.
Exactly. I mean, we let a lot of players go. Once upon a time, when I checked, De Bruyne was actually ours, and he went, and I know he's the best player in the world at City, and we are still surviving as a club. No player
we in 10 right now.
No. We actually have won the Champions League when he was supposed to be playing for the other side, and we won. So there have been advantages we did not know at that time. Hindsight is always 2020. But back to Mount issue here. We all are saying that, you know what, he's not being played in his rightful position. We spent millions, in fact, tens of millions of pounds going to buy potential because of the way that player touches the ball. When he gets the ball, the way he moves his body. And we have a player that actually has been with us for 4 seasons or more, or maybe, in fact, playing for the adult team. And we know his ability, yet people are moving the goalposts for him. We are going, the ones that we spend money on, how long has Enzo been playing the game? But we went in there and bought him, playing the game in Europe, I should say, and bought him within a season because we know he can do something for our team. It's yet to be proven, but we invested in him the highest cost in terms of cost in the whole of England, the whole of the history there, because of the way he touches the ball. So don't tell me that Mount, who has been on the field for us, touched the ball a zillion times, being the one that has been in charge a zillion times, and we still cannot figure out that he will come good, and because of that we have to keep him. Like I have said to you, I am not saying that we should send him away, but don't make a defense, don't create or frame a defense based on the fact that he is not being played in his position. The way Mount deals with the
I
ball,
got something to say.
what he does with the ball when he gets it doesn't have anything to do with position. What Mount can do with the ball, we have seen it.
Okay, so so we're gonna conclude this in 5 minutes because I have to make something for go, Mr.
I say something real quick.
I wanted to say,
yes, Dev, and then Benjamin. Please be short because I have to go. Please.
When you a good player and you play in an average team and a bad team, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bad team will make you look bad as well. You start to lose your main focus and your main ability. What I'm trying to say here is, for Mason Mount to win 2 seasons in a row, says a lot.
Yeah.
So right now, when we bring
because everybody was bad,
exactly,
because everybody was shit,
exactly. So now when we bringing in good players, it is not fair for we to put him under the bus. He needs to adapt to seniors who got more skills and ability, and Mount will learn and follow. That's what I have to say.
But I got
okay, great.
Last year, when
great.
he won Player of the Year, it could have easily been Thiago Silva. So it was a toss up between Mason Mount and Thiago Silva, because Silva was probably our best player last year, if we're all being honest with you. But Mason Mount still got it. Like
yes,
Oaks.
Yes.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, that is gonna be your last word. You have to empty your pocket because I have to go. Just conclude, please. Bring everything on the table.
Yes, I want to conclude.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's not forget that this is also business. Football is evolving. Change is the only constant thing. Now, if Mount has to move on, let him move on. If we have to sell him, let us sell him. Let us get money over him. Let's sell him, for crying out loud. And we're getting new players. It's not a must is in that team. Having said that, look at Ziyech, for example. You can't keep a player like Mount on the bench. He's not going to be happy, and he's going to influence other players. Look at what Ziyech is doing right now. Body language, playing style of play, the strength is failing him because his heart is not at Chelsea anymore. Let's get these players out. We are getting new players in. Let's give them opportunities. Look at Noni. Noni came in and he did wonders. Potter needs to go. He is not the kind of coach we need. We need somebody who is firm enough, who has ideas. He had 2 weeks, 2 damn weeks to create something out of that team and beat Fulham. But he couldn't do it. He is not fit to be our coach. Sorry to say.
I agree.
I don't know who is supporting him. He is not fit to be our coach. That's my verdict.
Okay, thank you so much. So we got your point. Mason Mount need to go. And also the coach is not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin. Come back tomorrow and we're going to continue the debate. Let me go to Mr. 40. Empty your pocket, my brother, and say goodbye to people. Take your time. Mr. 40, are you there?
Hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
40?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
You are very, very far. I don't know if it's my fault or something.
Yeah, no, because I don't know. I can hear you.
Okay,
fine.
yeah, I can hear you now. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go. I can hear you. Mr. 40, we can hear you. The floor is yours. I don't know if it's my fault or something. Let me double check on this thing. Yes.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, then it's Mr. Ford.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Sir, let's go.
I think that this whole thing is...
You are breaking, bro. You keep on breaking and breaking. Even the microphone gave up on you. I don't know if Mount is sending some viruses to you or something. I don't know. Are you still there? Mr. 40 has some issues.
Yeah, I could take it from here. So
yeah,
maybe
go for him. Yeah, go.
I want to say, you know this player. He's a Chelsea. He's a Chelsea academy. He's playing in Bayern Munich now. He's scoring goals, right?
Yeah, Musiala, Jamal.
Musiala. If you put Bayern Munich in the Premier League, do you think Musiala will still be scoring goals?
I don't know. I'm not God to predict, but everybody from that
think,
league always struggle in the Premier League. But who knows?
Exactly.
Maybe not.
But I think he will still be banging goals, and the reason why will be because of the players. It's because of the players that he plays with.
But when he was at Chelsea Football Club, nobody even look at him because it's the same critics that we have to, like a Gallagher or Mount or not good enough. But when they move to another team, the problem we have most of the time with the academy product, they are victim of their own success or on versatility. Because the manager loves them because they can defend, they can do the dirty work and all that. And finally, you don't even nail your position like Gallagher all over the place because he can run, he have the energy. But if you put him fixed in one position, you can progress, you can improve from that position. But every time when you have to play a winger, a wing back, a center back, or whatever position, it's confusing for any player. And going back a little bit for what people said, that okay, even if we put him few yards, we change position, it's gonna change. Listen, everybody that played football, even outside, they would tell you that you see the pitch differently from different angles,
from a different position.
Every position there are, and you also have the different shooting techniques from every angle of the pitch.
Different angles.
So if you played a little bit of football, you understand. That's why people will say, "Oh, wow, how can you miss that?" My brother, you don't see the pitch the same way from the left, from the center, from the right, or the way you head to the goal from different angle is different tactics. Sometimes it's very confusing. And there are few players on this earth that can do pretty much good in every position. They have all kind of tactics. But the majority of us are just going to be struggling from different positions. But online, everything looks perfect because we play FIFA, okay? You can master your tactics inside the house. But when you are out there, it's minus 15 degrees outside, my brother, and you are playing against other 11 world class, it's completely different game. But everything is perfect online. Everything, you have to be perfect from every position.
No.
I played football.
I know you are talking at me.
Not you only.
I know you are talking at me. Let me tell you this. That is also the reason why. At the end of the week, and that's also the reason why at the end of the week, his bank account is full of a lot of money. That is why we pay them like that, because we know they are sitting in the 15-degree, temperatures, and that they are actually struggling. Let me tell you this. Those people that can do what you just said, if there are a few of them, then let's go get those people and pay them 300,000 plus. Because if you're going to spend that kind of money on a player who cannot see on what is happening generally on the field, you are investing in rubbish. Even when you go to learn how to drive, they tell you don't only look at where you are going, but look around you, because some stupid idiot may be speeding and may not even be in your lane. So you have to have a general sense of what is going on the road. Professional players, there's only 25 of them in the team. You spend all this kind of money, you want to tell me that we cannot pick? We cannot. No, let me finish. Guys, let me finish. This is what has been happening at Chelsea. You guys are giving the benefit of the doubt to these players who we invest a lot of money in to do basic things. Folks, a doctor will go to school for 7 years before they will earn a quarter of what these players are earning. A full doctor, will go to school for 8 years, 10 years, and they are actually saving lives. Let me finish here, guys. You are giving this kind of money to players and telling me that they cannot see what is going on the field? What is their business on that field? What are they doing there? When it comes to Mount, I have made this point clearly. You will not put him 10 yards left, right, front, or backwards, and he will perform any better. There are better players out there. Tell me that if you put De Bruyne on the wing, he will still not be De Bruyne. If you put, the guy who...
Jorginho.
Jorginho. If you put him anywhere, Jorginho will still be Jorginho. There are players who have told us... No. Let me tell you this. There are players who have told us who they are. We have to start believing them. And if we want to settle for that as Chelsea, fine.
My brother,
Everybody
you
knows we throw money
can't
at these
say
things.
Jorginho
No,
and then
let me
say now.
finish. Let me finish.
This is
Everybody knows we throw money at these players. So when the players are on the field, they are erratic. They want to prove so much that they are good so that they can get that money that we are throwing at them. Not only Abramovic, but the new owner too. They are following the tradition. Why do other clubs go and get these players and put them on the field for a few minutes, a few games, and then we go and buy them for 70, 80 million plus, or maybe 100 million? Because they work with them. And if they are good enough, they keep them. If they're not good enough, they don't keep investing in them money and money and money. We have set a tradition and a culture which is around money and not even football anymore. So when anybody come into our club, they try a little bit of something and we hail them. If they are rubbish, we hail them anyway. Our standards are so low that they can come in and earn anything they want to earn without proving that they've earned it.
Okay, guys, so my camera is frozen. So if you can just hear my voice and my photo,
we can hear
that
you.
is the most important. For people on YouTube, you can't see any move because my camera somehow is frozen. But we are about to go, so it's not a big deal as long as you can hear other folks talking here. I don't know, it's frozen somehow. I'm just like laughing and smiling, and that's it. And but it's the most important that you can see us and you can also comment. We're gonna go around and say goodbye now. Mr. 40, if you wanna, empty your pocket and say goodbye to people, please.
Wait, can you guys hear me right now? I
Yes.
don't know what happened the first time.
We
can.
hear you.
Okay, perfect. I think this whole Mount thing has been dragged on too much. I mean, it is what it is. I just want to see, when everyone is fit, I just want to see the best team on that field, and hopefully he's not one of them. We need points, we need wins. If we're trying to get top 4 right now, we can't be playing, mediocre players, man. We need the best players on that pitch. Give us points, and then we just move. That's all I got to say, because this back and forth, I mean, watch this weekend. He still starts that game, and we'll still be here crying about it. So, I don't know, man.
Okay, Mr. 40. Thank you, my brother, for helping. Come back tomorrow if you have time, sir.
Yes, I'll be in tomorrow, man.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
God bless you, my friend, and love and peace to the family. People, you're going to only see my photo on YouTube right now. My camera is frozen. It took me just one selfie or whatever, and you can't see me moving. But the most important is you can hear me. So we are going to conclude the show. Mr. Le Français, Dave, let's go.
Yes. Mount is not the biggest problem in Chelsea right now, because when we needed somebody to step up, he did. He helped the team. If it wasn't for that U-turn that he did against FC Porto to score that goal, we wouldn't have won that Champions League too. He contributed to something. So our biggest problem is this coach. You heard the news. We want to hire a whole a motivation speaker or something like that.
Yes, Inoka, Mr. Inoka from New Zealand. Yeah.
What does that tell us about our coach? That he can motivate the players?
Well, that is like a mental strength coach. That is his job. He's been doing it with the All Black, the rugby team. He won
never heard of that.
Two World Cup. But yeah, I mean,
But all I want to say here is that a proper coach will instruct players like Macy Mount. We instruct players like even all the new players that we have will give a proper instruction to get Chelsea to win a game, because that's what matters at the end of the day. There's too much pressure on one player, Macy Mount. When we needed him, he stepped up. And now that we got players, all of a sudden we forgot the pass. That's not fair. That's not fair. Now it's time for him to rest, take a break, bench the player, and he's gonna have to adapt to the new style. That's what I have to say. He's a great player, so come on the Blues.
Come on, you Blues. And Francais, Dave, please come back when you have time, my brother. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Victor, you to conclude.
All righty, Oz. You know me. I get very passionate about this because I cannot abide. I cannot abide by mediocrity, especially when there's an investment here. And, Dave just said right before he said he left, when we needed, when have we not needed Mason Mount? We've needed him
okay.
every single day when he's on the field, we need him. So it's not only Mason Mount. The rot that was Chelsea a few months ago continues because there's a lot that we have to deal with. We have a tendency to throw money at stuff, but we have to go to the root cause. Like I said to you before, instead of buying another player, everybody, everywhere you go on channels, online, everybody's talking about how we can spend more money to pair up with Enzo. Why don't we look elsewhere? Do we have an academy? Is there a potential? I feel like once we begin to see that, people will see the beauty in the blend. Right now, there is no beauty at all. We are just squanders of money, of money. That's what we do. So if we have to do anything here, if we want a better squad, we have to blend spending a lot of money and blend it with people, players we've invested in. And if it doesn't go well, fine, stick with it. That's when you know there is a coach that understands the idea, the project, and the plan, and is blending it very nicely. And that coach should also have a backbone to be able to make decisions that may not necessarily stand good, may be good in a good standing with the what is it called, with the fan base, but there is method in there, and that he will be proving right. Right now, we don't know what this coach stands for. Even 4 or 5 months into the job, we don't know what he stands for. Everybody is saying we should give him time. I, for one, do not think that he will ever carry us to the promised land. He doesn't have the backbone. But the other people wants to give him the chance, and we've invested in him. We bought him from another club.
Yeah.
So we should give him the chance. So I'm for that. With Mason, I am not advocating that Mason should be thrown out of the the club. Mason should be kept there, but Mason moving forward should be told that Mason, if you do this, you'll be rewarded. If you don't do this, you will not be rewarded, regardless of your contract. So that we will have people that are edgy, that wants to win for the team, and it's not only about them. Also, again, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Folks, if you are still here, please smash the like button, because this brother is giving us an enormous platform to vent our spleen. Thank you very much. Tomorrow,
thank you.
If I hear you, I will stop by again. Thank you.
No problem, my brother. Thank you. Love and peace to the family. Victor is gone, and I am also going because my camera is frozen. As you can tell on YouTube now, I am frozen. Like, it took me a selfie and it doesn't move me anymore. So I have to go and come back tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, for helping. On your way out, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Love and peace to our brothers and sisters in Turkey and every region in the world that are troubled at the moment. You know, war, earthquake, and all kind of issues. Peace, and we gonna keep on praying, because that's all we can do right now. Thank you so much, my friend. Everybody, I can't really read every single comment because I have many of them, and my camera kind of frozen. I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully the camera is gonna accept to cooperate, because I don't want to drive to Best Buy and buy a new camera, but hopefully tomorrow it's gonna take some rest camera and probably walk again tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I will see you next time.